So oftentimes people focus on the moves themselves rather than what connects these moves. And I think this is truly what sets apart a beginner dancer from a proficient dancer. No matter how great that first part of the performance was, their mindset will automatically be almost overpowered, blinded. Hi, I'm Irene. I create videos on K-pop auditions every Wednesday and Sunday. So subscribe if you want to practically learn everything there is to know to pass your K-pop audition. Recently, I've seen so many audition videos from my course members or even just random emails that I get. And really, these could have been perfect if they just paid attention to the details. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Some things to check over for your K-pop audition video. And this goes from song choice to your technical skills. So this is sometimes your stage presence or even your filming technique. So simple things like that are often overlooked in K-pop audition videos, but they are quite significant when the judges are viewing your video. So here's 5 questions to ask yourself before you submit your K-pop audition video. And the first 3 are going to be about a specific category, so vocal, dance, rap, and the remaining 2 are going to be overarching questions that you should be asking regardless of the category that you chose. So starting with question 1 regarding the dance category, are the transitions between moves seamless? I really did have a hard time just choosing one question from the dance category as I had 100 to choose from my new PDF product, which is a K-pop audition checklist. So what you can do with that is essentially there's 100 plus questions that you can be asking yourself, and you can go through it to make sure that you're not missing anything essentially. Just on the topic of my course, that's also the perfect time to join because it's the beginning of the month. So if you want the maximum amount of benefits that you could possibly ever get, join now for the month of June or July. Oh my god, it's already July. But getting back to the question, I'm going to first define what seamless transitions are. And now these include awkward stances in between the moves, and this can include pauses and breaks. So oftentimes people focus on the moves themselves rather than what connects these moves. And if you're not focusing on the transitions and having awkward stances in between the middle, that's going to contribute to your performance being labeled as awkward essentially. It's also going to break the entire flow of the choreography, which makes things 10 times worse. I often talk about fluidity in choreographies. And so what does this mean? It talks about how fluid your moves are and how connected they are with one another. And seamless transitions definitely make up for that. And I think the cool thing about seamless transitions is that everyone will do it differently, and that's how you can make it unique. You can really make your performance unique by adding in different transitions that other people wouldn't really have thought of. And I don't mean changing the choreography at all, but what I mean is making these transitions more smooth and interconnected. Hear me out, this one's so important, but you really need to have a purposeful direction in every single one of your moves, and also keep the shape of the entire choreography in mind while you're dancing. And I think this is truly what sets apart a beginner dancer from a proficient dancer, because the way you transition between moves will be easy to tell whether you've been dancing and practicing for a long time or not. You guys already know how I love my elegant and simple jewelry pieces, which is why this video is brought to you by Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a brand that crafts high quality jewelry pieces at a very affordable price. They're all carbon neutral from the packaging to the products. They're all really unique as well. You can see this necklace here. Let me actually just give you a closer look. It's super simple and elegant, but it also elevates your outfits. This sun necklace I have right here I think really complements the dress well because it's a sundress, perfect for summer I think. And I also have this necklace. Let me give you a close-up. But honestly, all of these pieces are a great investment. I mean, you guys have seen my Ana Luisa videos in the past, and all of those pieces I still wear to this day, and they're very long-lasting, so I can assure you that. If you're interested in these, I'll leave a link down below with my personalized link, so go check that out as well. But now let's move on to question 2, which is about the vocal category. And now, I know I've talked about clarity in your voice more than anything in this world, so I'm going to skip over that because you guys already know the importance of it. So here's a simple yet often missed one. Are you implementing vocal dynamics? This one is an issue that I repetitively see from my course members, and if you're a course member yourself, you're probably sick of me hearing this, but you've got to implement vocal dynamics. But before you do this, you really do need a great understanding of what the highlight of the song is and why that is the case. This highlight section of the song is where you need to really focus your power and emphasis on. And it would really tell the judges, this is the section that you need to pay attention to. Oftentimes this is the chorus, but it really depends on the song choice that you have and which section of the song that you chose. And if you don't really understand what vocal dynamics are, understand it simply as ups and downs. In a song, there's going to be ups where there's more power, more emphasis, and there's also going to be downs where there's more softer parts and more chill, almost elegant type of vocals. This contrast that you provide is truly what will make the performance interesting, and you also need to show this versatility. If you're power all throughout the song, then that's going to get boring really fast, and it won't show the judges that you have versatility within yourself. Really, in an audition, you're trying to show off your potential, and if you're only showing your potential in one very small spot, like let's say your power use, then that's not really showing to the judges your full potential, which may be your power use and also your softer voice. I doubt that you'll ever find a very strong vocal performance where the dynamics are just like that. It'll get really boring very fast. And bonus points if the transitions between these vocal dynamics are also smooth as well, kind of relating to the dance part. So now let's get into question 3, which is about the rap category. So this question is, does your rap maintain a balance between technical skills and emotions? It's kind of a loaded question, but it's also pretty self-explanatory as long as you understand what technical skills are. And if you don't really understand them, don't worry, I've got you some examples of this. Maybe your flow, your delivery, your breath control, your projection, your tempo understanding, and so much more. So now let's talk about the emotion side of things. I'm sure we all know at this point that all raps have a meaning and a message underneath the lyrics. Understanding this message and showcasing it through your interpretation of the lyrics is truly what will make your stage presence pop out and stand out from the other applicants. That's ultimately the key to connecting the viewers with your performance. And it's often a quite difficult thing to do with rap performances because people think, oh, as long as I look cool and swag, I'll be able to achieve it. No, emotions are ultimately what will connect you with the viewers. So all of that to say, having both technical skills and also showcasing your emotions in a well-balanced manner is ultimately the key to impressing the viewers with your rap skills. Now let's dive into the overarching questions that have to do with any category that you'll audition for in a K-pop audition. So this question is, you have consistent energy all throughout your video. And now this is an often kind of occurring thing that I see, and it's terrible. It's a terrible habit to have. If you have a lack of consistency and energy, this just shows like the ultimate key to demotivation. And if the viewers see that, they're going to automatically think, oh, this person isn't that passionate about their performance. And I think this also has to do with K-pop in itself. Like you as a viewer, when you're watching a K-pop idol's performance and you see that someone's energy level isn't that quite good, then you automatically assume that they're not really into it, they're not that passionate about it. And I think that's where also the hate begins for some K-pop idols as well. So don't let that be you and maintain consistent energy. So if the judges see that the second half of your video lacks energy compared to the first half of the video, they're automatically going to assume that you can't maintain this certain energy level. No matter how great that first part of the performance was, their mindset will automatically be almost overpowered, blinded by that worst second half of the video. So they won't accept you no matter how good that first part was. So let me just list off some examples of these. Obviously, it's not limited to just these, but firstly, we've got stage presence and the lack of energy on that side. So let's say you start to lack off on lip syncing. You begin to lose certain facial expressions and your face just shows that you're focusing more on what the next move is rather than trying to make a connection with the viewers. For singing, this would definitely be power. When you're singing and you get to the high note, which is typically at a later part of the performance, and you start to lose energy and the intensity that the first part of the performance had, then it's not going to hit the viewers as hard as it should have had. And another aspect of singing that can almost deteriorate as your video goes on if you have a lack of consistency in your energy is your enunciation. Your enunciation almost begins to crumble is the way I like to almost word it, I guess, because you start to lose the clarity in your pronunciation and the way you pronounce words seems to be more fluid than emphasized. For dancing, it's quite the similar thing, power and emphasis. And I think with dancing, it's a little bit more obvious when you begin to lose power because it's physically showcased. So make sure you don't lose your energy. And honestly, dancing category is where I see this happening more often than not because you physically get more tired as the video goes on, especially if it's a 3-minute video, which is why I never recommend doing a 3-minute video. But I've seen situations where it's a 30-second video and you still lose energy. So if that's the thing, then the judges will not accept you if they see that you're tired in a matter of like 30 seconds. Starting off extremely strong and then going into lazy dancing is the weakest thing that you can see in dancers or even just dancing. So make sure you avoid this. And the very last question, but almost the most important one, question 5, is have you added your personal touch or your personal flavor to the performance? Another important thing about K-pop auditions is making it your unique self. If you don't stand out amongst all of the other applicants and the other auditionees, then the judges will never see you as someone that's outstanding. And how can you do this is by adding your own personal touch, your personal style. And this can do with any of the categories, because for vocals, maybe this can be your vocal tone or your way of embellishing certain parts of the song. For dancing, this can be your simple dance line. It's a hard concept to explain, but I've talked about it in my previous dancing videos, so make sure to go watch those if you want a basic understanding of what that means. But essentially, if you dance to, I don't know, Pink Venom by Blackpink, the way everyone else dances to it, then that's not going to be interesting. That's going to be an automatic skip for the judges unless they have a great reason to accept you, like your visuals or maybe your height. I don't know what else it could be, but unless it's not that, then they're not going to look over your video very carefully because it simply just doesn't stand out. However, if you have an amazing dance line and a dance style that stands out from the others, or even stage presence that makes your performance unique to yourself, then the judges will definitely keep on watching. And this goes for the vocal category as well. If you make your style of singing just a little bit different by the way you, I guess, showcase your stage presence, connect to the lyrics, this is truly the way to stand out. And I do think this is one of the more difficult things to achieve, simply because it's not something that I can guide you on. For my course members, I always say, fix this, maybe your enunciation crumbles at this timestamp, but I can't really guide you on stage presence. I can't guide you on making it your own, simply because that's your responsibility. I don't know what you can do, what your full potential is when you're trying to make your performance better than it already is. That is in terms of your personal style. Like, I can't push a certain vocal tone onto you. I can't push a certain dance line onto you. I can help you fix some of the mistakes that you have technically and also help you improve on your stage presence. But at the end of the day, that connection, I suppose, is up to you. So hopefully you'll be able to ask yourself these 5 questions and have them all nailed down. And if you're even more confident than that, then maybe check out the PDF product that I have with 100+ questions. These are divided into general questions, vocal, dance, and rap. So make sure you note that as well. And finally, go check out Ana Luisa if you like these necklace products, because I sure love them. And that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Aha! Oh my god. Bye bye.